Hello guys, welcome back with Mr. Panda. Today I came back to you with a brand new application to review, and our application for the day called Warsi Bonds. So the simple idea of this application I will be highlighting today, it's a simple way for you to invest money and earn a fixed interest rate. So you can, using this application, invest as little as $10 and get a fixed interest rate of 5% every year. Now, this is a super cool application, and I'm going to go a little bit and add some concept to why this is a great way for you to invest money. So, for a starter, for those who are a little bit anxious about investing in application, Warsi Bond actually registered with the Security and Exchange Commission here in the United States. So they fall under very strict regulation because they are issuing the bonds themselves. For those who are not familiar with bonds, it's technically loans. It's one way for businesses to raise money. A company can say, hey, I need to borrow $5 million, and instead of actually go ahead to the bank and say, give me $5 million, say, okay, we're going to issue bonds and I'm giving you a loan, and this is how much interest I'm willing to give you. Usually it's much affordable for companies to use bonds over actually loaning monies from banks, which usually try to charge much higher money. Now, there's two types when we're talking about loans or bonds. There's something called secured bonds and unsecured bonds. Unsecured bonds, let's think about it about you loaning money to somebody, right? I can go ahead and loan somebody $500, and he say I'm going to pay you over the next 12 months, and if I default, I default. And when you default, you just lose the remaining amount of money. The other thing called a secured loan, and this is really what I like about the Warsi company. They're doing something more like secured loan. So, for example, it's the same guy can come back to me and he say, "Hey, okay, you are not willing to give me the money unsecurely because you are worried maybe I cannot pay and default, and you don't really care about my credit. How about in case I cannot pay you, I'm going to sell my car and actually go ahead and give you your money back." Now, this is more secure bond. You feel a little bit more safe just because there is something backing up that promise of getting your money back. Same applies here. What Worthy does, it actually loans the money that it's collecting from us. It give it to a small business owner. It tells him, look, this is the money you needed. Go ahead and do your business. But in case you default, I am going to secure it with your own inventory. So this is super cool because first it helps small businesses getting money on much lower interest fee for us to make money and for them earn a little bit. So I love that about the application, and they have a small video here. You can see it to see the overall picture. Now they have both an app for iOS and Google, so this is a really lovely thing. I have my iOS app and I just love it. Again, it's not the greatest app. I know I've seen some people complaining about, hey, the app doesn't have the cool, the best function. It's technically a simplified version of the website, or what we call a web view for developers. So this made some people a little bit unhappy because they don't get the notification like, hey, I earned this much interest. Now, one thing I love about this application too, first, it pays you the interest on daily basis. You have this very clearly. You will be able, let's say I deposit $100. Once my $100 clear, I would literally earn money on every day that $100 is there. The bonds are supposed to be for 3 years. So if I buy a bond, it's supposed to clear up within 3 years. It's totally fine if you decided I deposit $50 and 2 weeks later, a month later, 3 months later, I'm no longer interested. I want my money back. So this is an option for you. You can actually go ahead and do it. They are not charging you any fee. As an investor, you have a zero fee, which is really super cool feature as well. Now, a little bit, if you go to their website, you can find a little bit more detail. I cannot highlight. The no fee thing is a really big deal for everybody. It's super simple. You can see how this works. And they understand a lot of people need to withdraw their money as soon as possible. Now, another good thing about this application for people who actually have a 401k, there's a way for you to actually invest using Warsi bonds inside your investment. So this is super cool for people who also wanna have a fixed retirement, income. Dividends are a huge deal. Now, if you want to withdraw your money or you withdraw your interest, I'm going to go ahead and show you that in a minute. Again, as I highlighted, you need to be residing within the United States and have a bank account. They also have another really super cool calculator here. It shows you how much money you bought, how much you can earn interest-wise, and you can go ahead and find out, okay, maybe I want to put my money for 2 years, I'm going to make this much, this is how much I want to put. And the more money I put, definitely the more interest I get. Again, considering the fact 5%, when you compare it, especially in these days, the banks pay you a very low interest rate. Some pay you pennies, some actually wouldn't pay you anything at all. Other would maybe pay you, I don't know, the maximum I see in these days, especially with the whole corona recession situation, is maybe if you are super lucky, you can get 1% interest. So in this timing, this is a very great tool for you to actually earn some interest on your money instead of leaving it standing there. Again, they highlighting for you as well why this is more secure than regular bonds. The application is here. I'm not gonna go through all of this stuff, but one thing I want to point out on their homepage that's very important for people who actually like to dig more into details is their SEC filing. So again, as I highlighted, they are registered with this, what do you call it, SEC, or what we call the Security and Exchange Commission. You can go and see their filling. They're updating it every month. You can find their balance sheet, how much money they have in hand. The company is standing in a very solid position. I believe they grow like 10 times from 2018 to 2019. So they are on fire. So get in while it's still, low. Now I'm going to go inside the application. So actually, once I log in, this is what I would be able to see. Let me actually go ahead and refresh this screen. So as soon as you log in, you will see this simple screen. And now, actually, if you click on this egg, apparently it's secret, you will be able to see this egg. It will show you if you have a golden egg or not. Honestly, this is more of a gamification gig. You don't really have to do it, but they are trying to get you set up and feel comfortable with the platform. Say if you turn on something called Round Up, which is a feature that you actually can go ahead and sign more of at your credit card or your bank account, whichever card you want to use. It monitor for you every transaction you spend on. So let's say I go to the grocery, I buy maybe a cake for a few dollars, and there's a few fraction. It will take this fraction and collect them together. I go to Starbucks, maybe I buy my cup of coffee for, I don't know, $3.45. So now I have 65 cents left. It will take that, or sorry, 55 cents. It will take that much money and will go back and collect it for me until I arrive to $10. Then it will buy for me one bond with it. Again, this is just a gimmick. They're trying to help you. You can also do something recurring payment. So let's say you want to invest on a regular basis. Maybe I want to buy one bond every month or every week. I can actually go ahead and do that down there. So these are options, and we're going to go a little bit more in details. Again, there's nothing special about having the golden egg besides this egg going to be golden. So let's dig into the stuff that actually matters. So as I pointed out, the Round Ups feature is available there. You don't have to do it, but it's an option. You are able to activate it and deactivate it anytime you like. So you are not fixed there. Don't worry about it. Let's say, for example, you monitored your screen for the last 5 days and you collected $2, okay? But you really, really want to buy a bond. So you can actually ask it to top it up for you. It will get $8 more from your bank account. Now you have a $10 and you can go ahead and just buy a new bond. Again, it takes a few days for the bond to clear, so be a little bit patient, maybe 3 to 5 days every time you buy a bond. So in these 3 to 5 days, you will not earn interest, I'm sorry. But as soon as it clears, you will start getting the interest immediately. So I already bought 2 bonds. Actually, I bought one and I got one for free. So whenever somebody refer you to this platform, he get a bond, I get a bond. It's more like a win-win case. And I will leave my link on the description. Please go ahead and use it. You will get free bond when you try to sign up for Worthy bonds. I'll show you how much interest you earned so far. My account is a little bit new, so I don't have a huge amount yet. But if you click in the interest report, you can see exactly how much I earned. So they give me the 2 bonds. They cleared out actually yesterday. So I earned 28 fraction of a cent. Now I'm collecting about, 48, maybe 50 something. So tomorrow maybe, or after tomorrow, I'll be able to see this more like a cent earning on 20 cents. Again, the higher your amount, definitely this is going to grow up fast. You own literally this at the moment it clear out, so you don't have to wait. I love that about it. I'm going to go ahead and so you'll be able to see maybe the current interest very soon here, and you can withdraw it. It's very easy to withdraw the money. Let's see. I have $100 pending a transaction. This is how much my value of my portfolio. So I own 2 bonds, each bond worth $10. My total is $20. You can click here to buy more bonds as much as you want. They make it very easy for you. I don't really want to buy more bonds now just because I already did. So I'm going to go back here and tell him thank you for that offer. But I can also withdraw. So I have 2 bonds that they are cleared. If I want to sell them right now, so again, I highlighted this is the best part I love about the application. You don't have to wait. You don't have to worry about, oh, my money is being held up. I can say, hey, look, this is cool, but I don't want one of my bonds. I really need the $10. I can go ahead and sell it. I hope we don't have to sell 1 bonds, but it's just something people care a lot about, that they are able to get rid of their assets and get their cash as soon as possible, especially in hard times. Again, once I have even if I have 1 cent, 2 cent, or whatever, I can actually go ahead and withdraw it immediately. Now, don't withdraw 1 cent, but you will be able to actually withdraw as much as you want. Every time you get withdraw, buy, or whatever, they will ask you to sign this agreement. So I love this about the application, the level of details they're providing it to you. It's very clear, it's very easy. You can see everything right in front of you. Again, they highlight how long it takes. So if you withdraw money, it takes 4 to 6 days to be in your bank account. So please, be patient if you do so. In your setting here, you will be able to change your information, change your bank, change details like this, and see your referral information. They allow you to refer maximum 50 people a year, which makes sense. And they give you $10 or 1 bond for everybody you refer. They also give the other guy 1 bond. So it's more like win-win situation, everybody earning stuff. So keep that in mind. Now let's go to the transaction. This is an area I love to highlight. So it shows you what is pending. I have these 2 transactions pending right now, but also show you the cleared one. And if I click on this link, now I'll be able to go to area called transaction history, and it offers you something called documents. When I click on these documents, I will get a super much detailed view about that bond that I bought. Who bought it? When did I get it? When is it supposed to be payable? And it's fine if I just cut it earlier than that. I'm not gonna earn interest on it. And they highlighting how they calculating, or your interest and so on. So they are very transparent, and this is something I love about this application. Most of the investment application are a little bit, foggy, or they try to hide some details. They are all legit. It's just like you don't want companies that hit you with fees at some point, or something that, shock you. So this is another thing I want to point out. If you decided to go ahead and use this application, I cannot highlight, it's very important to download either the iOS or Android, because login will be just like a piece of cake for you. Now, this is a recurring investment. If you decided you want to do this on monthly basis or weekly basis, or however, you can go ahead and agree to it. I'm gonna decline, but it's very easy to actually enable this. This being said, this is pretty much all the information I like to share about this application today. Again, I would highly recommend going ahead and signing up for this lovely application. As I highlighted, if you use my link, you will earn a free bond. I will earn a free bond, so everybody is happy. Most importantly, once we are done with this video, please, if you are not a subscriber already, go ahead and subscribe and like our video, and stay tuned for more application. In the next few days, we'll have some of the most exciting application for you to go ahead and invest. Thank you everyone for joining us, and stay tuned for our next video.